What's up, good people? Anthony Ryan Grant here, and the question that I get a lot, especially from newer actors, is do they need to move to LA in order to pursue their career in acting? And if you don't want to watch any of these tips and you just want to skip ahead to the answer, the short answer is no. You don't need to live in LA, especially in 2022, in order to have a successful acting career. So I'm gonna make this two-part video. The first part being what are some of the pros and cons of being in LA when it comes to acting. One of the more obvious cons, and we'll just kind of get out of the way first, but it can't be stated enough, is that Los Angeles is extremely expensive. This has been the truth for a while. I don't see it changing anytime soon, if ever. Now, to counteract that, one of the more obvious pros, one of the pros would be opportunity by proximity. There is just something to be said about being closer, literally, to the things that you want to do. And LA is no exception. The chances of you at some point in your career interacting with people who will just by interaction give you opportunities that you might have never thought of otherwise is a lot higher when you're in LA, because you're surrounded by people who, for the most part, either are directly involved in the entertainment industry themselves, know someone who knows someone. I don't mean like saying that for clout. I mean they genuinely know someone, right? There's something just to be said about being in LA when it comes to meeting people. Now, a con that doesn't get spoken about too often is that it can be a lot trickier to forge genuine relationships and friendships in Los Angeles. And that's not to say that, oh, it's LA, everyone's fake. But there's definitely a lot more opportunists, let's say, out here than in other places. There's been very few times, especially over the past 7 years that I lived here, where the depth of the interaction that I have with a stranger is very dependent on how I answer. So what do you do for a living, or what do you do? And that can just be very difficult to navigate. LA can be unfortunately a very lonely place in that regard when you're trying to connect with genuine people, especially in terms of the industry. But the pro to that, to counteract that directly, is that when you do meet genuine people out here, they're really genuine. Especially some of the Los Angeles locals that I've had the pleasure of getting to know over the past few years of living here. Those are my people for real. Like I really have come to have great quality friendships, both in industry and outside of the industry, with my time in LA. And I don't know how I would have survived the 7 years without those really, down to my last dollar, but they're still my people type friends. So, you do have almost a more, maybe by survival, close knit group of people once you meet your squad.